Hello, Potato, and welcome to Weekend Magic for January the 13th, 2024. It is Saturday the 13th, and we all know what that means. Nothing at all. So I am going to try to keep this week's video brief. I know I say that all the time, but I really do mean it this time. We're only going to get one item this week, and that is because I have like 10 hours of SacAnime video to go through to try to boil down into something that is maybe around 2 hours and watchable. So that's going to take up my whole day. So yeah, we'll get one item this week. It is a Disney item. I don't remember what we looked at last week. Was it Disney? I don't remember. I don't think it was. Yeah, I don't remember. Anyway, so I think this is the first Disney video of the year. But before we get to that, there's one little quick thing to discuss, and that is that this week we did see ShopDisney release the first in the Stitch Attacks Snacks line to essentially no fanfare at all. Like I didn't see any announcements about it. I don't think I saw the announcement on Facebook. I'm sure there must have been one. There weren't any queues for it in the ShopDisney store, and you know I can see why. Much with the last Stitch, actually no worse than the last Stitch one, because you know last time they had like a pin and they had a plush and I think a backpack. I don't remember. This time it's just pin and plush, no keys, no backpacks, no journals, no coffee mugs, just pins and plush. And you know what? I'm happy to see it because I'm not buying any of it. I am taking this year off on the continuity collection, and I'm happy to do it because yeah, this really just wasn't that impressive. There was like a plush of, I think it was Stitch with a Mickey pretzel, and then a pin set of Stitch with a Mickey pretzel, Angel with a Mickey pretzel, and a Mickey pretzel. And yep, I'm good to take a pass on the whole thing. And it looks like so does everybody else because it didn't sell out. To be fair, I don't think anything since the early Mickey Mouse, the main attraction stuff has sold out from the monthly collections. So I don't know, maybe just closing all those stores like took a lot of it out of people's like consciousness. If they couldn't see Disney in the mall, they just didn't think of Disney so much in the on the online shopping environment. But that's the only big release I can think of this week. I will say I have noticed now in stores, Lorcana stuff is now becoming more and more available. I last night went to a couple places. I saw Barnes & Noble had Lorcana boosters. Box Lunch had Lorcana boosters. So I think that we are seeing that Lorcana stuff's gonna be a little bit more easy to find now that we're in the new year. I don't know if it's after Christmas or if it's just this is when the supplies started showing up, but it's a good thing. There'll be a little Lorcana stuff in the SacAnime thing, but we'll be looking at I think maybe next Friday we'll open up some Lorcana things. But today we have a mere one item. It is something my wife picked up from ShopDisney. It's an item that I liked as well. I think I seem to recall being impressed with it when I saw it was originally released, but I didn't buy it at the time. I don't know if she bought it because it was on sale or if she just liked it, or I think it was on sale. I think they were having like a 20% off everything sale. And that is this. Yes, this plain white box is the item for this week. Okay, no, actually, it's what's in the box, which my wife has nicely labeled as Encanto candle. Yes, it is the Madrigal family magical candle. Ta-da! So hopefully, I mean, I don't think it will, but maybe it'll give us magical powers, or maybe it'll add some extra rooms onto the house. The void space could use more space because we have a lot of stuff to put in the space. It would be nice to have more of it. And I have to say, at first look here, I'm actually quite impressed. It feels very like light and plastic. I mean, it's got plastic wrap on it. Maybe it'll change a little bit and take the plastic off. But I think it looks a lot nicer than it has any right to look for being something made like entirely out of plastic. Let's open her up and take a look at it without a layer of shrink wrap on it. Oh wow, that is curiously strong shrink wrap. All right. But once you puncture it, it comes off quite easily. Oh, well, I did not expect that. The candle comes off of the base. That's pretty cool. So you can give you some options on how you want to do that. I guess you could be good for like a Mirabelle cosplay too, wouldn't it? I believe this is supposed to take 3 AAAs or the AA's? AAA's. Okay, they are AAA's. Good, because that's what I have right here. Now, I don't know if these batteries actually work. They were just kind of sitting here in the void space, but I do have them. Okay, I said it comes off easily. Not so much down here. It does not want to come off. All right, so this piece feels like it might be resin. It's definitely hollow, but I guess you could put like a real candle, or at least a different candle on it if you wanted to, since the candle does come off. I did not know the candle came off of it. It felt like when I had the box, it felt like there was going to be sand in it or something, but maybe not. On the bottom, Disney, made in China, UK, CA. Nicely painted with the cool little symbols. The candle itself. Candle is very, very light. Like, it feels like remarkably cheap, but it doesn't look bad. I think it looks, I mean, it nice to have like the little waving flame in it, but I think that's a lot to ask for from Disney. Let's pop some batteries in it and see what it does. Will I be able to control animals? Will I be able to see the future? Will I be able to lift an entire house? Probably not. I was gonna say, did guys get powers? But yeah, Bruno and the kid, Marco? What was the kid's name? The animal kid. I don't remember his name. I haven't seen the movie like since it first came out. Otherwise, I would probably make much more intelligent references to what the candle did in the film, but I'm not going to. All right, let's light her up. You can see the flame in there. Obviously, it is way, way too bright in here to see it effectively. So let's kill some lights and look at it in a dimmer perspective. All right, it's a little darker in here. Obviously, the head is still on, but I think we get the put over here by Madame Leota, who I think probably needs some new batteries of her own. And I think it's actually pretty effective. It's certainly nice and bright. You know, it looks, I think, from a distance like a candle. Yeah, this would be good for a Mirabelle cosplay or something, or I guess you could be any of the Madrigals and cosplay with the candle. I guess Grandma would be the one that makes the most sense, so huh? But the candle feels like really light and cheap. The base actually doesn't feel bad. The base kind of feels, it's a little light, but it feels like something I could expect to pick up from like Spirit Halloween. The candle feels cheap, but I think it looks nice. It looks a lot nicer than it feels. I think this is definitely a nice display piece. It's not something to handle, but I mean, it's a candle. How much handling would you do? It's got the nice design on it. I mean, unfortunately, you can see the wire on the inside, but that's the back anyways. If you're looking at it from the front. I think that's really nice for what it is. I don't remember, like I said, how much you paid for it. But I do remember that I was impressed with it when it was first like released. I thought it was pretty cool that it was a thing that existed. Because I do love having things that aren't meant to exist in our reality, even if they are plastic versions of those things. I think it looks really nice. And the glow's good. It's got a good flicker to it. I'm sure if I sat here and like really pay attention, I would notice a definite pattern to the flicker. But I think just casually, if you have this on in a room as decor, as mood lighting, I don't think you would necessarily notice that it is probably a defined repeating pattern. But no, I do quite like it. And again, let's turn some lights back on. There we go. So I like the printing on the candle itself. Looks, I think, pretty screen accurate. And I think the base, we may have like a little resin drip there, but just flip it this way and you can't see that. This looks like, again, looks really nice for being, I think it was a fairly inexpensive item. Definitely, I'm glad we got it. I think it's going to go and sit on our coffee table for the next few months till I bring out the camping Legos in the summertime. But yeah, it's definitely a nice addition. It's again, it's the sort of thing I really do like to see. I like to see kind of prop recreations. I mean, it's not really, because one, it was an animated movie, and two, it's, you know, not exactly prop recreation quality. But again, I don't think you can tell from looking. I think, especially from a distance, I think this looks pretty darn convincing, and honestly, pretty darn quality. And that's it. That's all we have this week. I told you we try to keep it short. I think we've kept it around 10 minutes, and I think that may be a record. So I shouldn't ruin it by doing much more talking. I hope you found this all interesting or entertaining. If you did, give it a like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. Tomorrow we will have SacAnime video. Last week's SacAnime was a lot of fun. We saw some good cosplayers. I didn't get as many in video as I normally do, I think, but saw some good cosplayers. We did do some stuff aside from just the vendors hall for the people who think I spent too much time in there. There is some other stuff. We went to the live room. I've got video of one of the cosplay gatherings. We went to the panels from the same people who went to the panels from last time, 5th Gen Not Pokemon, because I happen to really enjoy them. Plus, you can't record in the voice actor panels anyways, so even if I went to them, you wouldn't be able to watch any of it. At least not on my channel. I'm sure SacAnime has an official thing. And I've gone ahead and ruined it. I've went on and kept talking. But yeah, coming back tomorrow for the SacAnime video, possibly videos. There's a lot of raw footage to go through. And I will see you in the next video, which will be last week at SacAnime.